Sometimes it just takes a little time. Hi everybody, my name's Jason and welcome to Cats and Pats. I know I haven't been here a lot, but it's a new year and I'm getting myself back on track, and I'm doing that today with this quick little video. So the other day I had this article come across my news feed, and while the contents didn't totally relate to what I thought it would, at least to me what the title implied, if that makes sense, it did give me a good reminder. The title of this article was "Don't Give Up on Your Anxious Rescue Cat," and I really can't tell you how true that is. Well, I mean, I guess I'm going to try right now, but you know what I mean. Some of you might have heard this before. I think I've talked about it on a few live streams, but my channel has been continually growing thanks to all of you, and not everyone can make it to live streams. And you know what? I just thought the idea was important and I liked it. So here we are. So my orange cat, named Big Orange or Orangey Porangey or just Porangey for short, came from our local animal shelter. So she's a rescue kitty, if you will. The lady that worked at the shelter said she's a little shy, but she's so loving. So when we adopted Porangey, I think it was like a Thursday evening, we brought her home, socialized her a little bit, and then I think we kept her in the bathroom just so she wasn't like overwhelmed and wouldn't like freak out with the new environment. Oh, and mind you, we just got Moo Moo a few weeks earlier, and he's still a baby kitten at this point. And we have this really good picture where I think he's like sitting right here, and he just kind of curled up and looks kind of terrified. And you can see he's thinking, why did you bring this like other creature into the house? But you know, they're best buddies now, so it worked out. Because Moo was still a small kitten, and when we got Big Orange, she was not full grown, but she was bigger, like much bigger than he was, which is not the case anymore. But anyway, so yeah, I don't really remember that evening too much. But the next day, that's what I remember. So yeah, I went to work the next day, and like halfway through the day, I got this call from Sarah. And hysterics isn't the right word, but she called and I could tell she was at her wit's end or like her nerves end, if that makes sense. Like she didn't sound freaked out, but more like she was just kind of like done. Big Orange was driving her nuts. She was like pacing throughout the entire house. The whole time she was trying to figure out if she could like escape and leave. And I guess the whole time she was just like yowling nonstop. And to be honest, I kind of brushed Sarah off. I was like, it's just a new cat, it's fine. Kind of like, you know, I'm doing my thing, can you just deal with it? It's not a big deal. Didn't really give Sarah as much credit as I probably should have. And then, I don't know if it was that evening or maybe the next day, but I was home by myself with Big Orange and Moo, and Sarah was out either working or visiting somebody or somewhere, and it was just me at home, and I got the full experience. And it's kind of hard to describe, but it was that same sort of thing where she was just crying and kind of yowling nonstop, and like, it sounded like she was getting murdered, and it was just that noise. I guess it's kind of the same sort of thing like when a baby's crying that just kind of like gets to your head and kind of grates your nerves. But yeah, I kind of felt like I was going nuts. I mean, I would never return a cat, but like that thought went through my head. I just thought like, man, have we made a big mistake? I just felt like I couldn't handle it. And I don't know what made it so stressful. I really think the sound was kind of like hitting on that internal like maternal or paternal instinct where you kind of hear this thing that sounds like it's in pain or just like doesn't want to be here, and you're kind of like, can I make this better somehow? And there didn't seem to be like a way to do that. And I don't think that it helped that she was outdoors before the pound got her, and then she came here and became an indoor cat for now. And to this day, she doesn't like carriers or cages or anything like that. But anyway, the next day she got slightly less yowly. The next day after that, she got a little better. She got more and more used to Moo Moo, and she got more used to us. And now today, I have the most loving cat that I have ever owned. And I've had a lot of kitties in my life, and a lot of very loving kitties. But Big Orange is there to greet me almost every day when I come home from work. When I'm on the couch watching movies or playing video games, she hops up there on my lap and will like curl up and stay there until I start like moving around or shifting my weight or like wiggling around. After too much of that, she either gets up and goes or just like gets up, spins around, and settles back down. And finally, almost every night, especially now that it's winter, when I get into bed, she hops up there 2 seconds later, usually with like a meow meow, like a quick little meow, and she cuddles up beside me or in between me and Sarah, kind of like a little taco. And a lot of nights, she'll stay there all night. In fact, I have a whole video of Porangey just being like a snuggle buddy, and I'll link that here as well. I don't want this video to come off that every cat is going to be like that, or every shelter cat you get is going to be that much of a buddy or that much of like a snuggler or something like that. I mean, all cats are different. Some are more snuggly, some are more solitary, some are more social. Kind of like people, cats come in a variety of like personalities and lifestyles. I have another video talking about bringing a new cat into your household and introducing that cat to like an original cat that you have. And in that, I have a few tips about getting them used to your home, but I don't really talk about introducing them to you or like getting them used to you. So yeah, I wanted to make this video for some of you who might have been like me, who thought like, oh no, like what have I done? Did I bring this other cat into my house and kind of like mess up this relationship I have with like my house and my cats and kind of like the natural flow of things? And you're wondering like, did I make a mistake? And maybe you were or still are stressed about it. And so yeah, I wanted to leave you with this, the title that caught my attention. Don't give up on your anxious shelter cat or just your anxious new cat. I didn't, and it got me one of my life's greatest buddies. So thank you all for watching and being patient with me. And if you are new here, hit that subscribe button. I have plenty of kitty videos for you. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time.